pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City of Romulus City Council regular meeting agenda for Monday, October 8th, 2018. At this time, we'll take roll call vote. Councilwoman Abdo. Here. Councilman Barden.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth.
here.
Councilwoman Webb.
Here.
And Councilwoman Williams.
Here.
All council members are present this evening. And number 1 is the agenda. Number 2, minutes. 3, petitioner. 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6A is the clerk's report. 6B, treasurer's report. 7, public comment. 8, unfinished business. 9, new business. 10, communication. 11, warrant 18-19. And 12 is adjournment.
So moved to accept the agenda as presented.
Support.
It's been made motion by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo for approval of the agenda as presented. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, agenda accepted.
2A is approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting held October 1st, 2018.
So move for October the 1st, 2018.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo for approval of the minutes from our regular council meeting, which was held October the 1st, 2018. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
2B is approval of the minutes from the special meeting held on Monday, October 1st, 2018, an open session regarding the city purchasing ordinance.
So moved for approval of minutes from the special meeting held on Monday, October 1st.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley for approval of the minutes from our special meeting held on October the 1st. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There are no petitioners this evening, so that takes us to number 4, the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk. There were no special meetings tonight, but I'd like to recognize Ms. Jan Lemon from the audience.
Good evening, everyone. As you all know, Friday night was a spaghetti dinner at the VFW. I thought it went very well. It was steady coming and going of folks. They did very well with all the baskets that were provided by each of you sitting here tonight. I said to them, this is the close of the Koetska. I thank the veterans very much for everything they did for us, because without them, we could not have made it what it was. I told them that you can go to Belleville and you can go to Canton, and everybody says we have nothing. Well, Canton and Belleville don't have what we have. We have a group of residents that step up to the plate every time something is needed. So I want to thank Mayor Leroy, Stacy Page, Tina Talley, Bill Wadsworth, Linda Choate, Dan and Carol Bales, Judy Fredericks, and myself. Because of you folks, we raised, and Bob McCrae had brought in extra money, but we raised for the veterans $770. And they were just ecstatic. They need help. They're trying to make a go of it. Next Friday night is a fish fry up there. So, of course, I'm going up to support. We're gonna see how it is, and hopefully they can get a program growing every week that they can build. And I'm just so grateful for every one of yous who, when I ask, you come forward. And I can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, the chair gonna recognize Jasmine Dancy.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to put in a little plug. I'm sure it'll be mentioned under the mayor's report and Dennis's announcements about our Fall Fest this Friday. So this is our third or fourth year for this event, and we are so happy this year to be able to put on this event thanks to our sponsors. We got some awesome donations this year in order to cover the overtime and supplies and everything necessary for our event. So we just want to give a great big thank you to Wayne County Community College, Wings Financial Credit Union, our Romulus DDA, and our local Romulus Firefighters Union. So those four organizations helped us be able to make this event a success for this year. If you haven't been to our Fall Fest, there's a couple different activities that you can enjoy for families and children of all ages, and they are for free as well. So the biggest attraction is the hay rides through the downtown area, and during that time we highlight the scarecrows that are posted along Goddard Road and throughout the downtown. Also we have, it's not trick-or-treating, but we call it tours and treats with the Historical Society. They have volunteers posted at a couple of the historical buildings and features in our park, and so you go around, you hear a little story or some of the history of the building at each of those stops, and you get a little treat. It's not a big trunk or treat, but there will be some candy provided, so please bring your own bag, and costumes are encouraged. So yeah, those are the two main events. Concessions are available for purchase, and we'll be there this Friday in the Historical Park from 5 to 8. So with that, Mr. Chair, I'd like to respectfully request a no-fee permit for a road closure from Hunt Street between Goddard and Bibbins from 5 to 8 p.m. for this event.
I'll make that motion for a road closure for the Fall Festival.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Roscoe for a closure of the streets. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. The motion approved.
Thanks, you guys. Hope to see you all there.
Thank you, Jan. That concludes the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, Treasurer, Deputy Clerk, and audience. Quote tonight goes as this: "The test of a civilization is the way it cares for the elderly and the helpless." And I picked that because last week, Rose had an event at the Senior Center, and I want to thank everybody on behalf of Rose for the Paint and Pour fundraiser. As you know, the foundation for the Friends of the Senior Center are there. They're looking to finalize a salon hopefully soon. So all the proceeds for that were for the foundation, and much appreciated if you attended or donated or any way, shape, or form. And a great shout out to Rose and her team who worked hard on it. So thank you for that. Next up is our video clip. If we could run that, please.
Good evening. Here are some events coming up. The library is continuing toddler story time on Wednesdays until December the 5th at 10:30 a.m. The annual Fall Family Fun Fest is this Friday at the Historical Park. Enjoy free hay rides, stories, and treats with the Romulus Historical Society and other games. Concessions will be available for purchase. This event could not be possible without our sponsors, so thank you to the Wayne County Community College District, Ted Scott Campus, Wings Financial Credit Union, Romulus DDA, and Romulus Firefighters IAFF Local 4126. The VFW is holding a fish fry fundraiser on the the 12th, starting at 4 p.m. The annual Blue Sky Trunk or Treat will be held Saturday the 13th from 4 until 9 p.m. The Community United Methodist Church will have a roast beef dinner on Saturday the 13th, beginning at 5 p.m. Romulus Parks and Rec will kick off the Fall Youth Bowling League Saturday the 20th at noon at Romulus Bowling Lanes. The league is open to all elementary and middle school students. This Thursday there will be a town hall meeting to discuss the fire and police services millage at the RAC. Future town halls will also take place on the 24th at Romulus Elementary and November the 1st at City Hall. All town hall meetings will start at 6 p.m. Recreation will hold a daddy-daughter dance on Thursday the 25th at the high school cafeteria starting at 6 p.m. The deadline to register is the 19th and may be done at the mayor's office. To find out more about all of our community events, go to the locations noted on your screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Roger. City Council, I have two action items under my report tonight. The first, which is before you, is item number A. This is a recommendation from Lynn Conway, Purchasing Director, and Kathy Hood, Assistant DPW Director. And the request is to concur with the administration and award bid ITB 18/19-08 to the only bidder, Aetna Supply Company, for 12-month contract pricing through September 30th of 2019, and that's for small water parts and copper for the DPW. Those funds have been verified and budgeted out of the Water and Sewer Fund.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move that we approve IT 17/19-08 for the small water parts.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for ITB 18/19-08 for the small water parts. Any discussion? Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you, Council. The next and last item is item B, and it's a request to concur with the recommendation of Lynn Conway, Purchasing Director, Jasmine Dancy, Community Service Director, and to concur with the administration, award bid ITB 18/19-09. That's for a two-year bid to be determined on September 30th through 2020. The lowest bidder is Compton Press Industries, and this is for the quarterly printing and handling of the mailing for the city's newsletter. The prices are reflected in the company's bid. These funds have been verified and budgeted and are out of the general fund community service promotion expense account.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for the ITB 18/19-09 for the quarterly newsletter, and that will be for the printing, handling, and mailing of the city's newsletter at the pricing reflected in the company's bid.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley for ITB 18/19-09 quarterly newsletter. And as said, it was for the printing, handling, and mailing of the city's newsletter at the pricing reflected in the company's bid. Any discussion?
Yes, through
Yes,
the
Ms.
chair, if I
Webb.
may, after reviewing this submittal on these bids, I was comparing the Compton Press Industries with Johnson's Lithograph, who is right here in our city. Of course, Johnson's Lithograph did bid straight out 4 years, whereas the company that is recommended to take the bid only voted for the 2 years, of which that's what we did ask for. But if you move down to the printing cost, a full page color, then you go down to, the company did not bid in regards to postage. And, you know, the cost of printing, it wasn't bidded. There's a no bid, but yet and still Johnson's Lithograph did bid on that. And I'm concerned about what's going to take place, because the asterisk stated total all changes does not include postage cost, and the postage total has a pending postage increase. How can we allow that company to bid out when the bid's not here? They don't have the numbers, whereas Johnston Lithograph does have the numbers. And they're right here, they're a company right here in Romulus.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr.
If I could, you know, I have the same concerns as Mrs. Webb does. Does Johnson's bid include printing for the price of
Yes.
over 5,000?
Yeah, that's my understanding. And the asterisk under the other company, Compton, is I think they just didn't state the price of the postage out through the years because it'll be set by the, the postal company. But as far as, let me finish. So as far as local bidders, I'm all for Romulus business. In fact, they even got a 5% advantage because they are a Romulus company, and that's who we always try to go to. So,
Through the chair, if the mayor is finished.
Will you finish, Mr. Wadsworth?
Well, my question was, I mean, their bid could, by the time that postage becomes included, could probably be in excess of what Johnson's bid. That's how I feel about it.
John?
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
One of the concerns I have is that we need to support our local post office. I would assume Johnston's would get their permit to mail them from our local post office. And because if we don't, who knows how long we will keep a local post office. And I don't know if Compton Press does that, if they get their permit through our post office. And I agree with my colleagues. I would rather go with Johnston Lithograph, if at all possible.
Ms. Webb, you had something?
No, I don't have anything else to say. Thank you.
The only thing that I could suggest is that, well, I mean, if company 1, 2, and 3 didn't bid, then as far as I'm concerned, they didn't complete what we asked for. We asked for a bid, and Johnson gave us the whole bid. Mayor, have you got any insight into this?
The bid for the printing was higher with Johnston for sure,
see
and that's
that,
the part
but
we looked at. I think they can't determine what the cost of the printing will be down the road. I'm assuming that's what the asterisk means to me, but
Ms.
I don't argue with what you said on the bid spec sheet, but the cost of the printing with the buy local, which I'm all for, that's why we put that ordinance in place and brought it to you, is to support local business, and we always try to do that, with all our vendors. But in this case, even with the additional 5%, they were still higher, so that's your privilege to give it to, who you want to give it to.
But does Johnson's price does that include the cost of postage? Or is that, take example, year 1, $5,523? Is that the total cost, or that's postage will be added on to that? Does anybody know?
I think they both still would have postage. Jazz, do you want to address the postage part of it? And I don't know that they go through the Romulus post office, to be honest with you. I agree with you.
Good
We're
point.
trying to put business through there, but I don't know if Johnston or the other company would go through that. I know we're trying to keep our numbers up at the Romulus post office.
I think that should be something we ask.
Yeah, just a point of clarification. That price that Johnston has listed is inclusive of postage. The asterisk that was mentioned under Compton Press as far as postage may go up, the mayor was correct. That's, the USPS can change their postal pricing at any time. This is their current pricing that they anticipate will stay for the next 2 years of the bid. To also clarify where it says no bid, I know Councilwoman Talley also had a question about that, and the no bid portion was for an addendum to the bid for a 50-pound paper instead of 60-pound. However, that type of paper is very thin, and it doesn't allow for the quality of the printing that we normally provide.
So Jasmine, your recommendation is still the Compton is the best overall bid?
Yes, and we've used them for the last 2 years, and they've been wonderful. I think you guys get the product in your mail 4 times a year.
Are you saying that Johnson's bid included the postage or excluded the postage?
Both bids include, all the bids include postage.
I'm kind of getting confused here. The price they give us, is that the price including postage, or this is the price plus the postage? Is my question.
I believe it's all inclusive.
And we don't have any on the first, second, or third bidder. There's no guarantee on what the postage will be.
I don't think any of them can guarantee what it's going to be
Correct.
down the road. I think that's what the asterisk means to me. That's the way I take it.
John?
Wait a minute, it's Ms. Talley and then Ms. Williams, and then back to you.
So, and like Jasmine was saying, when I talked to Lynn Conway earlier today, the no bid where it has no bid, and if you see from, it says 50 pounds all the way up, that was extra additional costing that they got out. The bids are up for the 60 pound, everything from 60 pound up is what I think we respected out for, correct, for the bid. Correct. The 50 pound was additional information that we were getting, but it didn't meet what our parameters or our specifications of what we needed as far as paper. That was my understanding in talking with Lynn today.
Ms. Williams.
Jasmine, Johnson Lithograph, their bid is higher. Is it because of the 4-year bid?
Nope, this bid, we had the option of them, if they wanted to put out pricing for years 3 and 4, just as consideration that they might extend it. They could include that. Any of the bidders could include that. However, they did not have to. This bid is only for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ms. Abdo.
Is it possible to include in this something that says where they are going to pull their permit for mailing? Because that is a big bonus to local post offices. And I think we need to give it to our local Romulus post office. And I know you're saying we don't know if Johnston is.
Yeah, I don't know.
will
He
use
may.
it.
He may.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I would like to see that as part of the, especially for a mailer, as part of the bid process so that we can compare that.
We can find that out. We can find out if they go through that post office. I know from my experience with printing, some companies they usually try to bulk it through one post office to get the volume discount, but I really can't speak to if Johnston goes through Romulus or not.
Okay.
Ms. Page, you had something?
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and from what I can see, it says third row down here, total all charges. It's got the asterisk there. On the Compton Press, it says total all charges does not include postage cost. So to me, it looks like it doesn't include postage cost on the Compton Press. But if you go all the way over to Johnson Lithograph, I would say it does include, according to the chart.
Yes, I think you're correct. So they didn't include it in that specific line item, but if, at least for my own analysis, what I did is I took the cost of the postage that Compton Press gave us, multiplied it by the 14,200 units, which is standard for what we requested in this bid. And so the total pricing, including printing and postage for Compton Press Industries, was $5,189.39 for year 1. And $5,256.84 for year 2. So you'll note that the printing and the postage for Compton Press was lower for both of those than Johnston Lithograph.
Mr. Barton?
Yes,
And
Ms. Walters.
if that's the figure, we're talking $200-300. I'd be in favor of going with them Johnson, but I'm only one person.
Any other discussion?
I agree with.
No discussion?
No.
Okay. We're gonna go to roll call. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe and supported by Ms. Talley. That was for the ITB 1819-09 quarterly newsletter. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
No,
Ms. Williams,
No.
Ms. Abdo,
No.
Ms. Webb.
No.
Chair votes yes, motion failed.
Thank you, Council. That concludes my report.
6A is the clerk's report. And 6A1, City Clerk Ellen Craig Bragg is requesting council approval for the mayor and clerk to enter into a 1-year services agreement with Civic Plus, Inc. for the City of Romulus meeting agendas and management solution.
Through the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms. Webb.
I'd like to make that motion to, well, it's not written down what I'm supposed to say, to accept the services agreement with Civic Plus.
Okay.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Williams. And this is for the service agreement with Civic Plus. Any discussion?
I do.
Yes, Ms. Webb.
The only reason why that I'm supporting this evening is because It's only a one-year contract. Other than that, because we keep contracting outside the municipality to perform our jobs, but this is only a 1 year.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A2, City Assessor Julie Albert is requesting council approval for the mayor and clerk to execute a release of deed of trust for 38287 Tyler Road, also known as parcel number 800699900490009, as prepared by City Attorney Steve Hitchcock.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for the release of deed of trust for parcel number 800699900490009, better known as 38287 Tyler Road.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Tally. This is for the release of deed of trust for parcel number 800699900490009, as AKA 38287 Tyler Road. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A3 for second reading, final adoption is Budget Amendment 1819-14, which was introduced at the council meeting of August 1st, 2018.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 1819-14.
Support.
Was that, Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Okay. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb, for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 18/19-14. Any discussion? Mr. Wadsworth? Yes. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A4 is a public hearing request from Mayor Leroy Burcroft for Monday, October 22nd, 2018, at 6:30 p.m. to discuss the city purchasing ordinance, and the date and time requested is available.
Mr. Chair, I'll make
Yes,
that,
Ms.
I'll make
Abdo.
that motion for the public hearing request for Monday, October 22nd at 6:30 to discuss our purchasing ordinance. Excuse me.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Abdo, supported by Ms. Webb, for the public hearing request for Monday, October 22nd, 2018, at the 6:30 p.m. to discuss city purchasing ordinance. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
5 for second reading, final adoption is the Romulus DDA Downtown Development Plan and Tax Increment Financing Plan, which was introduced at the council meeting of September 24th, 2018.
Through the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms. Webb.
I'd like to make that motion for second reading, final adoption of the Romulus DDA Downtown Development Plan and Tax Increment Financing Plans.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Roscoe, second reading and final adoption of the Romulus DDA Downtown Development Plan and Tax Increment Financing Plan. Discussion?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yeah, through the chair, I
Yes.
would like to ask, Mary, could you ask Mary to come up?
Through the mayor, you can,
Question is regarding Tifa,
is that the DDA?
The DDA. plan.
DDA? Sure, we can ask Mary for DDA question.
you can-
Wanna come up, Mary?
Good evening, Council. Madam Mayor.
Hello. Now, in the, stating the DD downtown plan, will the money in the new or in the reinstated areas, will that stay in the DD, A
Yes.
district?
The money that is captured within the DDA boundaries can only be used within the DDA boundaries.
Okay, so has it always been that the city complex, the city, the court, and the library, has it always been in the DDA?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6B is the treasurer's report.
Good evening. I do not have any items under my report. Thank you.
Oh, and I did want to make one quick announcement that tomorrow, October 9th, is the last day to register to vote for the November 6th election. Now we'll go to number 7, public comment. Individuals who would like to address City Council must raise their hand and, when recognized by the chair, approach the podium and state their name and address. Remarks shall be limited to 3 minutes, subject to being extended an additional 3 minutes by consent of the chairperson. There shall be no personal attacks, and remarks shall not contain any profanity, racial, ethnic, sexual, or national origin slurs or overtones. This public meeting shall not be used to campaign for elected office and may not be used to support or oppose any candidate or ballot proposals. Anyone not adhering to these rules shall lose their right to address City Council. A response to any questions and/or concerns will be provided under agenda item number 8, unfinished business, only if the information is available. Otherwise, responses that require further investigation will be given at a later date. We do not have any written requests this evening.
Any comments from the audience? If there's no comments from the audience, comments is closed.
8 is unfinished business.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr. Nick.
What I'd like to, we're trying to get an answer on which post office Johnston goes out of, but in lieu of that, would council be willing to make a motion to at least award it pending the, clarification that Johnston goes out of the Romulus post office to meet our timeline for the newsletter? Is that your wishes?
You want to,
We have a
Did you-
published
the mayor said-
timeline for the, so what are your wishes? We can take no action, we can award it to the second local bidder, and pending the, finding out what post office they put their postage through. I'm just looking for some direction so we can stay on our timeline with the publication.
okay. Mr. Wadsworth, you have,
I don't have an
I
answer
would
if they go
be in
to.
favor of giving it to Johnson's lithograph. I mean, the first year, we're talking, it was $300, and the second year, the only difference is $270. I'm one person, I don't know the rest
Yeah,
of them.
those numbers are accurate, I just don't know the issue that came up about if they go through Romulus or do they go through another one. I can't answer that without verifying it.
And I was, Mrs. Abdu's comments about the post office, I hadn't even taken those into consideration, but it's very true. We gotta support our own in this town.
Well, can we make a motion that we, I'm sorry.
yeah, it was Ms. Webb's turn.
I'm sorry.
Through the chair, if I may.
Yes.
I don't care for the wording that was presented to temporarily award them that until you check to see which post office they're working at, where they're going to purchase their postage, because we haven't questioned Compton, so I don't think we should question Johnson Lithograph, but I am willing to support Mr. Wadsworth's, I don't think it was a motion, but his comment to award it to Johnston Lithograph. I don't want to put any temporarily
I
on
didn't
that.
suggest any temporary wording on it.
I think the mayor is looking for this to move forward.
I need it to
either
move
way.
forward to meet our
Well, then I'll make a
timeline,
motion
so
that we,
we would just insert Johnston rather than Compton and
Yes.
verify the postage.
Yes.
make a motion that we award it to Johnson's Lithograph with the understanding that the Romulus post office is used.
Any support?
That's not acceptable.
Well, Mrs. Webb, what's the difficulty with that?
The wording.
The wording, what wording?
What you just said is going into the minutes. It's the wording. Either we will award Johnston Lithograph the bid, or we don't. There's nothing.
Yeah, I can back up on that.
Okay,
Then I move that
thank
we
you.
award Johnson's Lithograph to Right.
Thank you. I support that.
You support that, Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Any discussion? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Ms. Abdo?
Well, in the future, that we can put that into our bidding process, that if
We
we,
could say
in the
s-
future.
Subject to local post office.
Yeah, so that we can just go ahead and move
Sure,
it tonight.
understood. I just
And-
want to meet the timeline. I
I
don't want
understand.
to not
We
have
could
a
encourage
newsletter.
them. That's not a problem, as long as we start doing that in the future for mailings like that.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb, to award to Johnson Literature. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
No.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. I didn't have anything else under unfinished.
Okay.
Number 9 is new business. Number 10, communication.
I have communication.
Communication.
Yeah.
Okay.
First, I haven't heard anybody say anything about it, but the fire department had an open house this past weekend. It was very well attended. Had a lot of Romulus residents out, and we also had residents from other communities. It was a really good event. I want to thank everyone who came out and supported the fire department's open house. It was great. Our president of the Romulus Citizens Academy is out. We went out and we was out there working with the youth all day for the event. So I just want to give them a quick shout out for a great event on yesterday, on Sunday. And then the other thing is I got a flyer for Pastor Kren, who was our person of the year, I think earlier this year. There will be a pancake breakfast fundraiser for Pastor Bill Kren, Saturday, November 10th, from 8 to 11 at the Community United Methodist Church at 11160 Olive Street. The cost is donation only. Please contact Lisa Watts with any questions at 313-378-4985. And please wear his favorite colors, which is maize and blue. Please support Pastor Bill Kren. And anyone that's listening from the Ministerial Alliance, you will be receiving an email for this as well. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, if I could just add on the open house for fire, I want to give a shout out and thanks to Block's stand as well. They donated some pumpkins and apples. They also promoted it. When people were coming to the Block stand, they told people to go across and visit the open house. So it was a huge success. Record numbers. The little overcast, so they couldn't have the helicopter come in, but everything else, the activities that Councilman Talley mentioned, it was a great time had by all, and a special shout out to Kevin Kraus and his team and Blocks for supporting us. Thank you.
Any other comments, communications?
Number 11 is warrant for approval, warrant 18-19.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion, we pay warrant 18-19 for the following amounts. General Fund, $162,574.95. Major Street Fund, $29,929.95. Local Street Fund, $19,775.79. Cable, $4,720.83. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $6,500. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $1,359.35. CDBG, 50 cents. 911 Service Fund, $6,188.73. Law Enforcement, $1,400. NARC Forfeiture State, $32,419.66. Library Fund, $4,417.94. DDA, $5,269.33. Tifa District 2, $352.18. Court Building Construction Fund, $148,444.20. Vining Road Extension, $270,612.59. Water and Sewer Fund, $17,287.42. Motor Vehicle, $6,318.66. Technology Services, $46,108.27. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $212,074.07. Property and Liability Self-Insurance, $25,469.94. Revolving Fund, $12,326.75. Current Tax, $1,995.44. Payroll fund, $279,267.59. All funds totaling $1,319,814.14.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, to pay warrant number 18-19 for $1,319,814.14. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, warrant number 18-19 will be paid.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank you.